A quick look at the St. Patrick's County Park map. We are parked here. I'm going to take Service Road up to this pine tree grove here. Come across, I'm going to walk the loops on the east side of the park, all the way around the outer edge and back, and that should be right around, right around 3 miles. The map my walk app shows 0 distance, 0 duration. Let's start this workout. Quick look at the service road that we're going to take back to the little grove of pine trees here. That's where we're going to cut through. We're going to walk right between those pine trees. These pine trees over here form an aerial view that spell out St. Patrick's. No bicycles, no horses, but you can bring your dog. Trail number 11 and 10. This is such a cool shot. Walking down inside that little grove of pine trees. Happy today to you, Suburban Hiker, checking in on day 22 of my 500-mile walk. Gonna move along at a pretty good clip, knock out 3 miles quickly so I can get home and cook dinner for my girls. BLTs are on the menu for tonight. Bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches. And we like to use a lot of bacon. Coming out of the pine grove, this is the east side of the park. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on the eagle's nest. You can see that from all over here. This thing is huge. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. You're seeing it a little more clearly? That thing is really big. It's got to be 8 foot across. And I am pretty far away from it. I couldn't begin to tell you how far. Probably 2 football fields, maybe. Even more, I don't know. I can't tell, but it's a huge nest. They had eaglets born there just a couple weeks ago. If you find St. Patrick's Park on the interwebs, you will find a website for them, and there is a live camera on the eagle's nest. Today is Monday, April 15th, and we are walking into mile number 65 out of 500. There's just so much blowdown in this park. And I've mentioned it every time I've been on this part of the trail. That's from storms that came through here 10 years ago or more. Actually, probably 15 years ago or more. A bunch of tornadoes. And just wiped stuff out. But it all adds as part of the scenery. Before I get sidetracked and carried away with my ranting and chattering, allow me to offer up a gentle reminder to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get the notifications. Also, leave some comments, questions, observations, any ideas or suggestions you may have that may add to the enhancement of this audio-visual experience. Drop it down below and let me know. And I'll get back with you as best I can. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. And then we'll get right back in to the making of this video. It is another awesome day to be out on the trail. The sun is shining. The sky, look at the sky. Can you see it? How blue it is. Oh, I love it. And the sunshine. Fantastic to be back out on the trail. I took a 0 yesterday, as you know, if you watched the video, and I hope you enjoyed that video of my unruly dogs. Wanted to throw that together so I could have a nice little video, let you guys into my world even a little more. It seemed like a good day to take a 0. I didn't really want to take a 0. I didn't need to. Cankles update. Everything's pretty much normal with that. Still a little swelling, but I don't really notice it. I only noticed it because I was looking to see if they were still swollen, to tell the truth. So, whatever. I'll keep an eye on it, see if it comes back, and see what happens there. It did rain almost non-stop for the entirety of the day, which was part of the reason I took the 0. It was cold too. Cold, super windy, rainy, and it turned into snow. Still could have got some miles in, still could have hiked. It wouldn't have made for the best video though. So, for all of those reasons, and one more contributing factor added into why I decided to take a 0, and that contributing factor is that I was on a roll with editing and producing the videos yesterday. I got 4 of them done. Edited, produced, and uploaded. Not totally scheduled for release just yet. Have to go through and add some data and information. But that only takes a matter of minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes per video. So I was on a tear. Everything was going smoothly. The program only crashed a couple times, and I kind of knew it would, but I was prepared for it, so I didn't have to redo much of anything. Everything I tend to I'm getting into the habit of saving as I go along very frequently. So yay, a good day at the desk editing videos. You know something you guys can help me with? Drop in the comments, let me know what you think about the length of these videos. Do I need to shorten them up? Do we like that they're longer? I'm not sure. I consider the idea steps I can take to shorten them up. One of the things I noticed when I edit the videos is that I'm repeating myself a lot. Not only am I saying the same thing repeatedly in different manners, I'm literally saying the same thing every time I get sidetracked or I lose my train of thought. I will always go back and say, like I said, or like I was saying, and then I'll state what I was already talking about. And I've already said it, and I don't know that I need to do that. It's a habit. I think I do that more as a way to keep myself on track, but I don't necessarily need to do that. So I think we're getting a lot of extra chatter in the footage of just me talking, repeating myself, coming out of those sequences and back into those sequences. Actually, a lot of that's just habit. I like to really tend to beat something into the ground. It's a side effect of overthinking. I really like to look at everything from every single possible direction, and I'll discuss it and dissect it and pick it apart and look at the nuance and all of that, but I don't really need to do that, especially in a video. Pow! Look at that. I just got a notification. 1 mile down. Thus concludes the end. It doesn't conclude the end. It just concludes. Thus concludes mile number 65. 65 miles down in my 500-mile walk. Heck yeah! And what does that leave me with? 435 more miles to go? Is that right? Am my math right? I do believe it is. Heck yeah. Knocking the miles out. Getting it done. And I appreciate that you guys are along with me on the walk. Thank you so much. I don't know if I say that enough. Of all the things I say and repeat, I don't think I say thank you enough. Your involvement in this is huge. I mean, I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna do it by myself. But man, it's so awesome that I'm having so much fun doing this, doing these videos. And it's so awesome that you guys are enjoying these videos. I really appreciate that. You guys are the best. And I thank you for the support, for the attention, for the love you show. Suburban Hiker, heck yeah. I don't know if you can see it. I mentioned this several videos back. But everything, there's a tint of green to the woods. Let me spin this camera around. See if you guys can see that. There's a tint of green as the buds come out on the trees. Summer fighting its way in here, shaking off the last remnants of winter. See, look, here we go. Got some buds kicking up. There'll be leaves in just a couple days. Some sticker bushes, those still work. You can see these are already starting to unfold into leaves. Look at this. Heck yeah. Summer is just around the corner. Of course, don't get excited. It snowed a little bit yesterday. And it usually snows all the way up until Easter. I don't know. All in all, I'm just trying to make some really cool videos. And I think what I've done this far, what I've done thus far, is pretty neat and really cool. But I think they could be better. You know, I don't know. I mean, if I knew what I was doing, that in and of itself could make them better. I guess I'm just getting anxious. I know there's going to be a natural progression to this series of videos in every facet. Quality of recording, quality of scenery, quality of topic, of conversation, just everything. The editing, all that will get better. And I'm just anxious to get to that point to see just exactly what this develops into. I'm also anxious to get this 500 miles kind of done and out of the way so I can start doing other styles of videos, because I'm having a lot of ideas about making cool videos that don't have anything to do with walking the 500 miles. And I'm anxious to get going on those. As a matter of fact, I very well may start taking days off in the 500-mile walk just so I can concentrate and make another video. You know, something about maybe camping or fishing trips, or, you know, hiking, hanging out in the woods, building forts. Cool stuff, you know. Doing all the cool stuff we did as kids in the woods. I mean, that's all I'm really doing now. Pretending to be 9 again. I'm not pretending. I'm pretty much just a 9-year-old in every way. My attention span is similar to a 9-year-old. My nutrition plan is similar to a 9-year-old. My jokes are similar to that of a 9-year-old. My endless fascination with being outdoors is that of the 9-year-old. I love this stuff. And I'm guessing you guys love this kind of stuff too. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be watching. Being outdoors, watching videos of outdoors. I watch lots of videos of people outdoors hiking and camping and doing cool stuff. I love watching it. I love doing it. It's good, clean fun for the whole family. In my book. Okay, I had to lose the hat. That was driving me nuts. I hate having a sweaty head when I'm wearing a hat. I hope it's nice like this tomorrow. I had wanted to do 6 miles today, but I got carried away worrying about stuff that doesn't really matter on the technical side of this little project. Studying and learning stuff that I don't really need to know yet. Just don't need to know that stuff. A little breezy in this section. Just a little less. Let me spin this around. Just a little less tree coverage. So the breeze picks up. I can't stand still, I gotta keep going. Still have to go to the store, get a couple pounds of bacon, make those BLTs I was talking about. Sounds good already. I'll definitely be hungry after a 3-mile walk. If it's nice like this tomorrow, I'd definitely like to get 6 or more miles done, especially after taking a 0 yesterday and then having a bunch of 1-miler days. I want to catch back up. I want to get ahead. Plus, I'm running out of time. I mentioned in a couple videos, in the very first video, I didn't quit working. I just quit that job, and I will be going back to work very soon, like within the next 5 days, 7 days. We'll actually be punching a clock again. It's pretty awesome, really. Whoop. It's 2 miles. 2 miles, I just heard her telling me in my pocket. Oh man. 2 miles down for today. What is that, the end of mile number 66? 66 leaves us with 434 more miles. Mile number 66. Yeah. Yep, that's where we're at. 66 miles in. Which is why I want to get more miles starting tomorrow. Running out of time. Gonna have to go back to work. It's gonna be tough to get those miles in when I'm back at work again. And honestly, I can easily, physically, I can walk well over 10 miles a day. Especially like I was just mentioning before that 2-mile marker buzzed, was that I'm feeling great physically. Apparently 66 miles of walking does what I thought it would do. My back has been feeling fantastic. My endurance, my stamina, everything's getting better. And I think I am ready to get back at it, get some work done. How you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm making videos for YouTube.
Well, you're talking. I had open heart surgery, so I'm into the getting better too. I just thought maybe you had something like that you were getting.
Back problems.
Well, I get
just,
those too.
I just had some back issues at work. I've had back issues for years. So I quit working and decided to go on a 500-mile walk.
Wow, did you do it?
I'm doing it right now. This is mile number 66.
And this is, you going all over or you just around here?
I'm right now centrally located. I'm trying to get to bigger locations farther away.
Now, you know Spicer Lake, don't you?
Well, oh yeah, I've been there. Been there
Boot
before.
Hill, or Boot Lake?
Boot Lake I'm not familiar with.
That's not too far. It's
I
about the
did
same distance.
I did 12 miles at Potato Creek.
Okay.
I think it was last week.
There's a app, I don't know if you have it on your phone, called All Trails.
Okay.
And when you get, wherever you were at, like right here, you bring it up, it'll bring you 50 trails. Some of them are an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
But some of them are 20 minutes or half hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So you go down to Kalamazoo and put it up, it'll bring you different trails up there. So I've gone on there and just said, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. So I've gone a lot of different places.
Awesome.
So
I'm walking everywhere. Downtown, in my subdivision, wherever I have time to go to get those miles in.
have you been losing weight?
Oh yeah, I'm not tracking that part of it.
Right.
But I know every year when I start to hiking and walking, I end up losing about 10 to 15 pounds on accident.
That's nice.
And I'll probably drop 30 or so by the time I'm done with this walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just always seems to happen that way.
Do you got a good diet?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
well,
plant-based
yes
diet,
and no,
so.
yes and no. I mean, I do take in entirely too many carbs in the form of sugar in my coffee.
Yeah, I know.
And I drink 30 cups a day.
Yeah.
And that's really...
Well, I went on a whole foods plant-based diet. In fact, I was over at my brother's and he was talking about it. He hadn't gone on it, but he'd listened to a lot, all these binges. I came home that night and we were down at the steak place down in Mishawaka.
Are we on camera? I don't know. I don't even know if we're in the...
And I got a call from my cardiologist. You flunked your stress test. You're going to have a calf.
Yeah.
So I said to my wife, I'm going on a plant-based diet tomorrow. So after the surgery, they wanted me to eat whatever I wanted. They wanted me to have protein. But other than that, I've not had any meat, no eggs, no butter. Try to avoid oil.
Yeah.
And they claim it does wonders. So
Yeah, it's, we're supposed to eat a little bit of everything and a whole lot of vegetables.
yeah, a lot of vegetables.
Plants and animals. That's what we eat. If it's not a plant or an animal, then it's man-made, and we probably shouldn't eat it.
Yeah, they're big down on processed food. So even if
Yeah.
it's plant, it's been processed like flour.
Yeah.
You don't want white flour.
That's grass.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to eat grass. We eat animals that eat grass. But
Well, I won't hold you up anymore.
Yeah, I need to get going.
Interesting. So
Thanks so much.
Where will I find you on YouTube?
Suburban Hiker.
Suburban Hiker.
Suburban Hiker.
All
Heck
right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll look you
Thanks
up.
so much. How cool was that? Nice quick little conversation on a fellow hiker, with a fellow hiker. He's looked to have the same video camera I did, and of course he had a regular camera for snapping legitimate photographs. And that stuff like that kind of ties in with what I talk about when I'm wanting to make other types of videos that aren't necessarily just walking and worrying about miles. I want to talk to other people that are into the outdoorsy stuff, and get their knowledge and their input and what drives them to do what they do. And that can be a lot of fun stuff to learn. It's a cool way to learn other stuff. Talking to other people who know about it. It's the way I like to learn. I mean, I do thoroughly enjoy reading books. Love to read. But it's also fun to get first-hand account from other people about things that they are knowledgeable about. Physically, I do believe I am ready to go back to work. I am not having near the back issues I have been having for the last 5 or 6 months. All the walking. I know how much walking benefits the core of the body. And I knew it would help tremendously with my back problems. Psychologically, and I'm not really ready to go back to work. especially in the RV industry. That's a whole different mindset there. A lot of interesting and entertaining people, to be sure. But that RV industry will suck you in if you let it. It was right at 4 o'clock when we started. And that's why I'm going for short miles. Need to get home. I only had about an hour to do these 3 miles. We need to get to the store, get stuff for the BLTs. And by stuff, I mean bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. I have everything else. I've got everything you need for BLTs except for the B and the L and the T. Still have about 3/4 of a mile before I get back to the car. Or just over that, I believe. Having walked this loop before, I know I can cut off a section of it and save time, but I really want that full 3 miles today. And then hopefully tomorrow and the following couple days I can get bigger days in. Branch out somewhere else maybe. As always, when I'm in a pinch, I just live a few minutes from here, hop in the car, and start walking. I've actually walked here before. Did that a couple summers ago. Walked here, walked the trails, walk home. That's fun to do too, if you don't mind the road walking. Not a whole lot in the way of sidewalks between my house and here. One of these days, I'd like to come out here and actually hike along the animal trails, see where those go, get off the trail. I'm not sure if the park would frown on that or not. I would suspect that they do. Oh wow, deer. Deer. Heck yeah. There he goes. 2 of them. Dang it. I scared them off. Man, those guys are big tails. Let me see if I can zoom in. I have no idea. Oop, there's a 3rd one way ahead of them too. How cool. There's 2 more. Oh my gosh. Well, once they get spooked, they all just take off, huh? Man. I really wish I had been ready for that. You know what's crazy is I was just going to mention that we were in the area that I saw deer the last time I was here. I still see one of them bounding down the trail there. Well, now I have a suspicion that I need to calm down when I get to this area. And I might be able to get better footage of that. Let me ask you guys. First let me say, go ahead, subscribe to the channel for me. And ring the bell to get notifications. And then leave the comments. Which brings me to my next point I was wanting to make to you. In the comments, let me know if you think I should take time off from the walk to make other videos that are not geared towards just getting miles in on that 500-mile walk. Should I come out here, you know, if I sat here for a while, I could have probably got some pretty good footage of those deer that I just missed. But because I'm out here getting miles, I wasn't ready to get camera footage of them. But if I was out here for the sole purpose of getting that, you know, I could make those kind of videos. So let me know in the comments what you think. I mean, that seems like a good reason as any to take some time off from walking, would be to get footage. Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good idea. Let me get your input. Should I take some time, make some videos that aren't just walking? Leave it in the comments and let me know. And again, subscribe to my channel. Pretty please with sugar on top. Heck yeah. Starting to hear bugs and frogs. I noticed that when I was at St. Patrick's Park for the 12-mile hike the other day. Or not St. Patrick's, Potato Creek State Park, I'm sorry. I especially noticed it when I was editing the footage. You can hear the critters and creatures from the forest floor. All right. I was able to put my hat back on. Cooled off enough. We are getting close to mile number 3 for today. The end of mile 67, 2.99. I still got a little ways to go to get to the car. I figured we'd register at least one of these.
Total distance 3 miles. Total time 1 hour 6 minutes and 22 seconds. Split pace 22 minutes 26 seconds per mile.
There you go, 3 miles for today. That is mile number 67 in the books. How awesome is that? 67 miles down in just 22 days. Although it could be noted we could easily surpass those numbers. But this is not a competition. It's doing the best we can when we can, however way we can do it. 67 miles down, 433 more miles to go. The end of day 22 of my 500-mile walk at St. Patrick's Park in South Bend, Indiana. Thanks so much for hanging out. Before I let you go, allow me to one more time suggest you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notifications. Like the videos if you do indeed like them. Comments, questions, ideas, suggestions. Open paths of dialogue between you and I. Let's get that going. Get these videos rounded out to something nice and fun for all parties involved. But more than all of that, allow me to say thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with me. Suburban Hiker, checking out. We'll see you tomorrow.